Hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome back to our AngelBobsOmni playthrough. So, in our last episode, we got Blue Science officially automated. So I need to work on a couple things now. We are going to work towards logistic spots, meaning we need lubricant, advanced oil processing, robotics, and logistics robots, and logistics system. And that will allow for active provider chests, and then we can get logistics silos and warehouses. And that'll be awesome. So we'll have to work on the electric engines and such. Now, something I might want to do sooner is deal with the silver problem. Because without much more silver, we're going to have a lot of issues. I hope I have enough blue science for all that. I think I will. But we're going to have some pretty serious silver issues soon. So this one, we decided is pretty expensive, but it quadruples my silver output. Because I essentially will get 16 silver wire from 4 silver ore and 4 copper ore, or at least 4 silver ingots and 4 copper ingots. Oh, interesting. Hold on, I didn't notice that. I can also... Oh, that's just for silver plates. The silver wire always requires the copper. So I think where we'll want to go first is the crystallology piece. Well, maybe not, because that's going to require all this blue science. So, And then the advanced smelting requires nitric acid to make 8 processed, which is 16 ore. Yeah, so 16 to 24 is still the ratio, which is a 50% boost in silver ingots if I can throw in nitric acid. Now let's check out nitric acid, because 50% more silver would be nice. Nitric acid is water and nitrogen dioxide. Okay. Nitrogen dioxide comes from oxygen and nitrogen monoxide, which comes from interesting. I can't just make nitric wastewater directly. Or I can do green metal catalysts and ammonia and oxygen. Problem with that is ammonia also requires catalyst. That's a lot of catalyst usage for nitric acid. So it seems simpler to maybe use sodium nitrate. That's a lot of sodium nitrate. Interesting. So we're definitely held up on silver ore. That is the issue. And we even have plenty of protinium chunks, which that should probably be the first thing I do. Is protinium focused omnitraction. Looks like there's 3 levels of it, and that would get me... Yeah, 3 out of 10. It's just so many blue sciences I need. Trying to figure out what to do first. I think we'll start with the quadrupling of silver, which is here. So metallurgy 3, coolant, strand casting, and advanced silver casting. And then we will need molten silver, the same place we have molten copper, which is kind of annoying. So I'll need silver ore over here. I don't have a ton of room for expansion, but maybe we can make that right here. And then silver ore, we're gonna have to process over here, maybe. The problem is I'll need chunks. You know what? I think I'm gonna get logistics bots before I figure all this out. And the hydro refining is currently the issue. Sorry, I'm all over the place, guys. I don't really know what I'm doing. So let's add another one of these flotation cells. Maybe 2 more, actually. That's not good. Don't want to disconnect the power. Okay. So let's do that. This will be two-way pipe, two-way pipe, one-way pipe. And then this will come down over. Oh, crap, I never grabbed more inserters. Let me go do that. This will at least... So I'll do that with a combination of maybe crotinium-focused ore extraction, which will allow for a little bit more crotinium. It's probably the fastest way to get more silver. So let's start with that. So we'll start with these. Maybe I'll stop there. I don't know if it's worth 225 blue science for just a little bit more gain. And then we'll go back to the advanced silver casting. Okay. Inserters are needed over here. Probably poles too. Yep. And let's see. I just realized my display settings have the night light turned on. I don't know if that was recorded that way or not, but it looks much better now. Sometimes I forget I have it on. Definitely helps out the old eyes a little bit, but it also makes the picture look a little bit weirder. I also need to add some more train depots. There's like all sorts of stuff. I almost need to spend just like 5 episodes revamping stuff that I've already done rather than doing new stuff. Because I think in Blue Science I get the next tier of train, so I can do that. There's all sorts of stuff. Okay, so these guys we need... Oh yeah, we've got byproducts to deal with. So we'll do that. And then this. And that will allow for a bit more crotinium chunks. Hopefully. Need some undergrounds. Okay. That should help. So that's tripling my crotinium amount, and we need 2.25 crushed to handle that. And I've run out of blue science, it looks like. So let's check our crotinium. We are... Oh, that's just loading crushed stone. Yeah, we're out of crotinium. That's coming from here. We've got tons of extra givelite, so So we can switch these over to Crotinium focus. It's a little bit of a better rate. Oh, interesting. Crotinium focused is more, or overall, this is 6 out of 10 is crushed stone, whereas this is only 4.33. So that'll help for a lot of reasons. Alright, and then once we get through a lot of the blue science... Oh gosh, that's a lot of trains missing. Do I have a deadlock somewhere? Or is this just... No, I just need a lot more trains. I think that's all there is to it. Okay, well, we'll let those guys figure themselves out. They'll get there eventually. I think, to be honest, I have the request thresholds set too low because there's some items that are just slower and I don't want 5 million of them. But that's causing a lot of slowdown. Because then it's requesting things really with just tiny amounts in the train. You know, only like 3 stacks of items or something. Alright, and just to be clear, that can handle 4 per second, and we're still only making 1.4. So we need... Let's go with 3 more of these. Just gonna max out my Crotinium abilities here, at least with the space above this. Okay, so that is 2.5. That's a lot better than what I had before. Okay. So that's all getting there. I'm gonna need another 800 or so science before that works. Now the other thing I don't actually know, I'm pretty sure these recipes update automatically, but let's just remember 0.35 when that recipe finishes. Alright, so next on the list, does look like we're getting red circuits done, so that's good. I'm guessing, where's the silver coming from? I'm just guessing that that's basically non-existent. Why can't I remember? Oh yeah, it's back here. No. Where's the silver? It's right here. Oh, there's no silver plates. That's what's going on. They're supposed to be on this. Yep, no silver plates, indeed. Well, that is an issue. We already knew that existed, though. Okay, I mean, that's got 72 silver plates. Okay, so how much nitric acid would I need? let's plug this in. Because right now we are on all hands on deck for silver. So I'm mainly just focused on molten silver right now. I don't really care how much. Let's just say 120. So we're going to look at these 2 alternatives. So nitric acid. Oh, why did that recipe not show up? Did I just miss that? Must have missed that. That's a lot easier, I think. Sodium nitrate plus sulfuric acid. Although that is quite a bit of sodium nitrate. That would require 750 nitric wastewater to make that. Or if we go the other route, nitrogen dioxide gas, that requires 30 sodium nitrate, so that's even worse. So we definitely would never do that. We would do the other one. Or this is our alternative. Okay, that one requires 600. Oh, I need a matrix solver. That. Oh, nope, it broke. Broke because of that, actually. So it really would only require 5, because that gives you dioxide and monoxide. So that's slightly better. But what if I went the catalyst version? Huh. It's ironic because green metal catalyst requires silver ore. But that's only 0.5 silver ore. Or sorry, 0.05 silver ore. So basically nothing. Is this worth it? To get 50% more silver? I think it is, once I have logistics bots. So we will work on that. I'm just a bit discombobulated. We did get batteries. Let's just work on electric engines for now. And we'll just let that silver keep running slowly. Alright, so electric engines, probably want to make them over here with the other engines. Yes, this chain. But first we need lubricant. So this chain. So we'll start with that. And I'm going to need a bunch more iron pipes. So let me go grab those. That coolant recipe is going to take forever. Oh, and it claims it just finished the crotinium recipe, so let's check these guys. Yeah, 0.4. Okay. So we're getting now the 2.8 crotinium, which is more than what we need. So we should be able to produce that rate of chunks. The problem right now is just the sorting is so bad. You know, 4 chunks only goes to 0.667 silver ore. Do I have a better way to get silver ore? Third tier of sorting. That's definitely not better. If I had the hybrid catalysts and 3 kinds of crystals, which requires chemical refining, which is even more of a pain. What about this one? That's less. Yeah, I mean, you can still get silver, but you never get more than 1 per go. So we definitely need crystallology too, which is stuck behind all of these blue researches. We basically have to improve, all the different Omni things, which, I mean, has a nice effect. We can get rubyite, bodmonium, and coal by themselves now. And stone, givelite, crotinium focused extractions. We get better versions of the different wastewaters and omnic water, and better sapphirite and steatite. So that's all fine and dandy, but I just don't have that much blue science right now. Why did I come over here? I came over here for belts. And we will also get rid of some stuff. I need steel. Okay, that all looks good. Still got the hand in my inventory. Don't know what it is. Definitely a glitch of some sort. or a mod gone wrong. So $1 million prize to whoever can tell me what that is and why it's in my inventory. Steel I got. Pipes, that's what I came here for. And can I get... I think I can. I'm going to save myself a lot of trouble. That's going to help me so much. It's funny, I actually almost use more of the L ones than I do the straight ones. Because basically these are already straight versions, so I only use the eye extenders when I'm going a long distance. But I use these all the time because I have to turn in an S shape or something, and then I need 2 corners every time I do that. So I actually end up using more of the L than the I, and because of that, I think it might actually be worth putting those on my hotbar. I'm gonna move turrets way down there. So far, my pollution cloud has been fairly contained. Gosh, I just realized I have not protected most of my base. I've just been ignoring it. But there's a very real threat. My pollution cloud gets down here. Sooner or later. I should probably put down at least a few turrets. Otherwise I'll be very sad if all these buildings die. Okay. Well, that'll at least slow them down so I can run over. I don't mind if they kill a few turrets, to be honest. They're cheap. Okay, so we want to make this stuff. So I need a few buildings. Chemical plants, always need those. Oil refineries. 3. Probably can't get oil refinery 2. Yeah, that requires brass and aluminum, which we do not have. Oil and gas separator and an Omni plant. Making multi-phase oil. Out of Omniston. So where's the Omniston going? So it's up here. So let's connect that. 1 to 3. We'll do an L and then some I's. Do another L up here. Okay. And down here we'll have the beginnings of some oil stuff. It will look very hodgepodge, and that's okay because it doesn't need to be huge. We can oftentimes just add in modules and beacons as we need to speed it up later. Okay, so first thing to note with these recipes is we can get a lot more naphtha per crude if we throw in hydrogen, so we should always do that if our goal is naphtha. And then gas condensates are good for getting more mineral oil, which is what I want in the first place, but residual gas is even better at doing that. Actually, is it? Yeah, 60 crude goes to 60 base mineral oil. Oh, wait, that's the same. 40 crude goes to 40 base mineral oil. They're both 6-second crafting time. So I guess we get more per second from this version, but with this one we get more naphtha And I feel like I have less value for the gas condensates than the synthesis gas. I actually have a lot of use for the synthesis gas, so we'll avoid using that. We'll hook up the gas condensates. And then that'll be for the crude oil, which comes out of here. Okay. That should do it. We do need to get rid of this Omnic waste, so I need a flog to handle it. Let's just do Omnic waste, omnilation. You know what I actually don't know is if you can clarify Omnic waste, because if I can, that's just what I'll do with it. I assumed you couldn't because there's some stuff in... Yeah, it looks like you can't. At least I assume you can't. Yeah, the water void is showing up as a recipe for the clarifiers, so it would show up if I could do it. Okay, so then for this one, we want to use Omnic waste, which is an Omni tractor thing. Let's see. Or I mean, use Omnic water to make water and waste. This feels like there should be an easier way to do this, but I'm not figuring it out if there is. And then this will turn water into Omnic water. So I hope, let me just double check, are those all net negatives? Yeah, 360 water goes to 60, 360 waste goes to 60, and 720 stays 720 total. So there's no funny business there. Productivity modules would be bad there. It would actually ruin the whole point, because the point is just to get rid of it all. Ah, crap. Okay. So that little loop should just get rid of the Omnic waste. Funnily enough, it's not all that much bigger than a clarifier. Clarifiers are huge. Okay, so we've got raw gas, which I might as well feed into here, right? So let's see. What I need is a check valve. So this only goes one way. And then, yeah, we'll just turn that around. So that'll only go, oops, that needs to be that way. So that'll only go in. And then I need an overflow valve and a flare stack. Perfect. Okay. So essentially, if this is kind of low on gas, it'll feed in. But if they already have plenty over there, then it'll flare stack it. So that's the best way to use byproducts from stuff like this, is you'll use it if you can, but otherwise you get rid of it. And then the sulfuric wastewater, I am for sure just going to clarify. And then we need the oil to attach like so. No station supplying silver plate. What a surprise. I never would have imagined that. Not in 1,000 years. Gosh, I'm so tired of silver. You know, it's kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting silver to be such a difficulty. That's definitely been a surprise. Clearly it's due to the way Omni and Angels is interacting, for sure. Because without Omni, it would be much easier to just get a bunch of Crotinium. But it's kind of a pain to get a bunch of Crotinium, because I get just as much Jivalite right now. Oh, let's see, we'll make this one the L. And then an I. We'll do an L here. So you can see why it's important that as I've done all this, I try to not do things like this, where I have them extend farther than they should. Because then I end up with a lot of connected things that I don't want to be connected. Because this is trying to come over here to gas condensates. So we'll do that. See, that one's connected there, so I actually need to come down. Okay, gas condensates, gas condensates, gas condensates. Bam. Alright. And then we need residual gas to come over to here. Boy, am I making a mess of this. This is some real underground spaghetti, but at least it's not overground spaghetti. It's slightly better. Alright, 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 alright. Some lights here. And then hook up some pipes. We should be good to go. Okay, so that one needs to be close. That one. And let's go up. And now, what we will find is that we have some extra oil products and fuel burning boilers. Fluid burning boiler. I can make those. And that will allow me to generate fuel from these guys. Although Invar plate, definitely can't do that. Interesting. So I can do fluid burning boilers or fluid burning generators. The boilers still boil steam, whereas this just generates electricity straight up. I want to build a couple of those just for fun. I don't actually know. I assume they're both 100% efficient. Maybe I'm wrong. But like I can just hook those up and there they go. And you can see fuel oil has a value of 250 kilojoules. So, you know, 30 of it is actually a lot. A lot of fuel. But for now, I just want to put those in some gas tanks and we can figure out what to do with that later, and we'll clarify the extra. I mean, I might as well leave that set up, I guess. But we'll put some tanks down here. Okay, clarify. Huh. I actually need space. Leave room for the overflow. And we will make those 90% to not be wasteful. Alright, so we are making lubricant. Now, each electric engine requires 40 lubricant. I think, at least at the moment, this is one of those things that I'd like to just carry around with logistic spots throughout the entire base. Because I'm going to need less than 1 barrel per second. The problem is I don't have any barreling set up. So for now, I'll just pipe it over because I'm going to build everything over here. And I actually don't need that many underground pipes, but I think I will want to barrel this. And for now, we'll just do a small, I guess, 40,000 storage for lubricant. Okay, do some eyes here. It's funny, the game thinks you need 2 of them. Where we're going, we don't need 2 underground pipes. Okay. We'll actually make that the L. Which I've run out of course. Okay. Alright, so lubricant's available right there. And we can keep going with electric engines. Hey, look, our coolant research is almost there. And then after that, we only have, well, still 350 more. And then I can get a lot more silver wire for molten silver. I forget what it is right now. It's slightly less than 1 plate. It's 0.8 plates per wire. And soon it will be essentially 4 plates. We'll make 16 wire. So that is 0.25, which is almost 3 times more. It's actually close to 4. It's between 3 and 4. Alright, I need omnicium, copper, and basic circuits. I do have logistics up here. Huh. Or should I just make... No, I don't want to make that up there. It's a mess. Okay, well, we'll get this set up, and then we will set up the logistics for it in a moment. But first thing we need is 4 buildings for electric engines. Okay, I'm fine with a straight line like that. Set that up. We need an L here and there. I always forget Shift R rotates. I don't use that very well. Okay, so electric engines. should really be the kind of thing that I don't ever need trains to be transporting around. Like we said, they're only used for logistics bots and things that I build manually until we get to logistics science, at which point I can set up a new build for these. So then we just need one each of all these buildings. We do need a long inserter because there's 4 ingredient types. Oh, look, omnitors are right there, so I can take those off my list. So really, all I need is anbaric omnitors. Oh, thank goodness, I can finally make the small requester chest. So all I need is the copper to make copper cable, which we will do right here. This will be... Whoa, I clicked some buttons. Copper plate. 200 is fine. And I need some of these guys. Can I build a roboport yet? No, I cannot. Okay, so roboports, and you build them with these modular pieces, because you can actually build charging points kind of on their own that have 9 charging spaces, which is actually really cool if you need a lot of charging ports. But it's kind of a whole ordeal to get this set up, because you need the antenna array, the hatch door, and then the charging pad. The charging pads are red circuits and steel, the hatch doors steel and iron, and the antenna array is steel, copper, and red circuits. So red circuit, steel, copper, iron is what we'll need. And then there are these expanders that don't do any charging, but make the logistics zone bigger. And then there's robo chests, which do very little charging and have very little supply and construction area. So that's kind of nice when you want bots on the edge of a logistics zone, but you don't want, but you don't want to extend the logistics zone, which is the kind of thing I'll be doing within my city blocks. Okay, so we'll get that researched. I should be able to handcraft a couple. It'll be painful, but I think I can handcraft everything that was in there, as long as I have red circuits, which I do. Okay, let's try now. Yeah, I can handcraft a couple. It's actually not that bad. So put one up here. And then I guess we need to lower that one a little bit. Where did it go? Wow, I really can't find it. There it is. How about just over here? It's good enough for now. Okay, so that's actually being delivered. So then I'll have my... Oh, I need omnicium in there too. I forgot about that. I spelled it with a K. Of course I have it, I guess. Okay. So then we need this to be a passive provider warehouse. And then we can just get rid of this whole jank setup. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. And I can get rid of quite a few things that it was holding. How is that not in a logistics zone? Wow, it really isn't. It's so close, but... Okay, there we go. The slow bots are on it. So we've got all that figured out. So now we just need engines and circuits. Engines, I can siphon off from here. I will put a priority on that. It doesn't feel too crazy just because kind of circuits, electronic boards. That's only a third of it anyway. Oh, I don't have any of those boards requested at this station. So that I will need to fix. Otherwise, that should do it. We've got lubricant, although why is... Okay, it's still going. I was wondering why the pipe wasn't filled, but that's just because I have storage tanks going. Alright, and here comes the copper, so we should see... Or omnium. Should see the omnitors starting, and then I simply need the other kind of circuit. And then we'll have electric engines, and should be able to get the much faster, albeit much more electricity intensive bots, and I need a lot more of them. Even though these bots don't look like it, because they carry 100 at a time, they're much more efficient. If you had about 50 speed upgrades, you would actually want to use these bots actively. And there's even a second tier of them that are twice as fast, which is still slow. What am I doing? Request for board, electronic board, do 1200, and call it a day. Okay, so now we've got electric engines. I am going to need logistics. Okay, so I want active, passive, requester chests. Those all need to be on my hotbar. Definitely running out of space. Upgrade planner, I don't think I need. I do like to have flare stacks and clarifiers on the hot belt, whatever it's called. But I definitely need those requester chests more. So then this is a provider chest, and we'll fill it up to there with our good old engines. Okay, sweet. So that's running. And then for the actual bots, we simply need this to come over. This is our first instance of spanning a city block. How devious. Does that make it across? It does not. So we're gonna have to go that. Okay. So I'm going to make the logistics bots down here. And then I should check out that mod that we got. Ooh, we also have brass chests, which are huge. How do I set the channel? Here we go, logistic network channel. So the base-wide logistic network is going to be 0. But when I want a logistics network that only spans inside of a section, we're going to change the network. And you'll notice we can change the network for these buildings. So that's the first thing I'm going to do is like this is only going to provide to its own little zone. And for a while, I'll just count up zones and probably have to add tags like LZ1, logistics zone 1, you know, and then put, how do I get the numbers here? Something like that. So that I can remember. And then all the surrounding ones can't be 1, but then this one could be 1 again because they're not going to overlap. And just like in the base game, if you have 2 separated logistics networks, well, they're just going to work separately. And the reason it's kind of important is because these networks won't show up on anything except 0. So I really want the things that can provide logistics items to me, and things like catalysts and barrels and empty barrels, those are going to be base-wide things. So I definitely want those to be on channel 0. Anyway, I digress. We should be able to now pin this and work towards this. I might not have enough time to finish this though, which is a bummer. No, don't do that. Okay, shift click did not work there. There we go. It's weird that the deconstruction planner and Control X generally work the same way. So we want our nanobots to be working inside of, where are you? Probably on map. Nanobots. Nanobots not allowed in networks. It's actually unchecked. So why is it not working then? Oh, there it goes. I don't know what that was. Maybe it adds a delay now. Okay, we've got our electric engines. So I should actually change this to channel 1. Oh, label bots, engines, science. Now does that label automatically update? It does. Okay, so that'll help me remember what they are. Oh, I just crashed the game. Or, no I didn't. Okay, that scared me. It definitely froze for a second. Oh, right. I need all 4 things, not just 2 things. So, why are these not... Oh, I'm just out of silver. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. This needs to split off and come over. Ooh, could have just gotten hit by a train. Wow, I really could have just gotten hit by a train. I should be more careful. Okay, that's kind of annoying. I'll just come over here. All right. That was a pain. For the brain types, and then steel gets me the bot types. Okay. And then we need engines, steel, and circuits for the frames. frames are the part that are really annoying. I'm gonna move this over. Let's say to here. And we need the eye section. I can't see anything. Here we go. This needs to be an L now. There we go. Okay. So that'll organize a little better where the lubricant is. Now it's not in my way. So now we need some robot frame buildings. I actually want to just extract those. We need batteries, electric engines. Which I guess we should just have output parity, right? I'll just do that. And then, okay. So that's that belt, and then we need batteries and steel. Okay, so we need a requester chest for steel and batteries. And let's get batteries requested into this network. What's ironic is, in this particular case, batteries are right here. So that actually seems kind of stupid to do it this way. But here we are. Using the trains just for fun. But we're actually moving it farther away. No, that feels too dumb. It's too close. I should just use a belt. I can literally just do this. And then have batteries. Okay. Now steel is on the way. That. Okay, there we go. So then we'll have 8 buildings. Which, these are not the right buildings quite yet. I'm aware. Okay. Man, this is a task to get these bots going, let me tell you. Okay, so we'll bring these over. Bring these up. Alright, and then those go... Okay, so steel needs to come down a little further. These 2 buildings will be for the arms. Do I not have construction robots? That would be a good thing to have. And then I'll add the silver back on to the queue. And then we need a single building for gears. Okay. cables will go on a belt, and then these pieces, let's back this up a little bit. Should be able to do something like that. And then one of these needs to be the other kind. Construction robot brain. Okay. We are about to enter a new era, folks. The era of holy crap, we don't have to have belts for everything. Okay, this is kind of in the way. We'll move this up. Alright, so then we've got frames, brains, and tools. This needs to be the other kind of tool. And we'll do something like that, so we can grab frames, brains, and tools. Wow, out of assemblers again. But here we go. We'll throw those in a chest. Limit conbots to 50, logibots to 200. We officially have real logistics robots, which are still fairly slow, and they only carry one at a time. So in terms of throughput, they're horrible. But at least they don't require me to... Let's get rid of these old clunkers. They don't require everything to be in multiples of 100 when things get delivered. But honestly, let's see, cargo capacity. Yeah, so we can double their cargo size pretty quickly, which only improves those guys to 101. So the improvement is not the same between them. And then these compressed researchers keep messing with me. Honestly, I want to do that, but I'm not going to because I need to save my blue science. Okay, let's get rid of you. Where's the rest of them? I need to get rid of all of them. They're hard to kill midair. Okay, got you. Got you. There's got to be more. I know there's more. Members of Network 3. Oh, no, I actually got them all. Okay. So we'll clean up the logistics of all that later, but for now, the important part is I actually have logistics robots. And we need a little extender right here. Okay, sweet. Oh, that feels so good. I can't even tell you. Let me get rid of all my spare pieces here. And I actually want those things to somewhat. Alright. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So we've got logistics robots. And the next thing is still working on silver, but now I can more easily transport low volume items around, like catalysts. And so the next thing, I guess, is crafting like 50 of these roboports. So I can connect the whole base in roboports, and then we can start moving around things like empty catalyst containers, empty barrels for low volumes of liquids, things like that. So that will be very nice. And then I guess the next big quest is to actually do some of these silver improvements, get more efficient silver going. You know, I could even transport crotinium chunks via bot. I'll deliver them to here, and then the bots will carry them to the buildings rather than needing an entire belt for crotinium chunks. So then this, let's not get run over. This city block up here can be for just for ore processing rather than the actual smelting of ore, which I'm doing right here, and sorting. So we'll just make the chunks and send the chunks into the provider warehouse. So anyway, we've got a lot of work to do still, but we got logistics bots. That feels so good. A lot of things checked off our list. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.